right here off the bat. So as you guys know, the Packers, they laid it to the Rams per se on the scoreboard Sunday. They did win 36-28, but the Rams kind of scored late to like make it not so miserable, right? Like I believe at one point it was like a 17-point game, and it was definitely in the hands of the Green Bay Packers no matter what. There was no real flow, no real threat from the LA Rams to really make that comeback per se, right? And so many people are saying, are the Rams overrated? Or are they just in a slump? Or what exactly is going on with the LA Rams? So you guys, as you guys know, right here on Man Hour, when it's just myself at Man Hour Buck on the old Twitter machine, guys, I keep it to you guys live, raw, and uncut. That is what I'm all about. No sugarcoating bullshit at all. This is the way I see it. Ever since the Rams were on this Super Bowl path, let's just be honest, the Rams were arguably the best team in the NFL. They were scoring well. Their defense was playing well. Matthew Stafford looked like a 25-year-old Matthew Stafford running around having fun, right? And then they got a little reality check. And then they picked up Von Miller, and then they picked up Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, they are without Robert Woods, right? But there are three big things that have been glaring with the LA Rams since their Super Bowl run, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was, is the simple fact that Sean McVay is a good X's and O's coach, but he is not a very good situational coach. He does not feel out the teams very, 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 very well and make adjustments to let your team succeed. So when the Packers, for example, are playing a too high safety to take away the deep threat of Odell Beckham Jr. and Cooper Kupp, why are you not pounding the rock over and over and over again? I mean, it's just Sean McVay's lack of going into a game and the ability to change on a fly, that is very suspect at best. Secondly, their offensive line has just, Matthew Stafford's getting hit a lot. So I don't know if it's because if he's hanging on the ball too long or the routes aren't coming open as quickly as they need to, but either way, he is getting hit a lot. With that being said, when Matthew Stafford gets hit a lot, he plays like dog shit. That's just the way it is. That has been his MO since his Detroit days, right? Actually, since his Georgia days. When he gets hit, he puts the ball up, it gets intercepted. Hell, look at the was it the Colts game a couple weeks ago when he threw the 2-yard pass in the end zone and got for a pick six, right? So when he gets in that flustered state, he does stupid shit. That's just the way it is at the end of the day. And number 3 is many people they have had that target on the Rams' back, because people have wrote them off in the Super Bowl since week 3, right? Well, guess what? You cannot buy yourself a goddamn Super Bowl. We are seeing it right now. You can have all the talent in the world with Von Miller, with Aaron Donald, Marcus Peters, right? The list goes on the defensive side of the ball. And then on the offensive side of the ball, you have Matthew Stafford, you have Kupp, you have Odell Beckham Jr., you have Henderson. They have all these weapons, but this is not the NBA. You cannot just add one piece and you're instantly better, right? It takes timing. It takes a lot of intertwining to make things work. When they signed Odell Beckham Jr., Robert Woods got hurt that same day or the very next day. Either way, this is not a plug-and-play system. It takes time to learn how to run routes. I mean, yes, routes are like routes, but it takes time to get that timing down with the quarterback. It takes time to learn the West Coast terminology or the Sean McVay terminology. It takes time to do a lot of things that I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. has the patience to do, because Odell Beckham Jr. has been this cancer everywhere he has gone. And guess what? Ever since he's been to LA, have they won a game yet? let me think about it. I don't think they've won a game since Odell Beckham Jr. has been in LA, where they're 0-2 or 0-3, right? Is that the cause? Is Odell Beckham Jr. the cause?